Welcome back, everyone. Nick and Lex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today we got only one song, and this is a video that was sponsored by BMAC. Thank you so much, and I got a surprise for you because, as you might have already noticed, before I released this video, there was an entire Camel marathon that was requested by Nick, but it wasn't this song, but it was just such a great experience to get into Camel more. It was 4 songs, and Andrew Latimer, I think it's Latimer, he's such an amazing guitar player. I mean, oh my god. I showed it to Alexia in the car later on. Yesterday we went to a concert with 3 bands, and she was also blown away. There's such a cool mixture of styles that he has, like this fusion and blues and very melodic. And I didn't know that he had won a Life Achievement Award for his playing in the band. And also, I mean, guitar giants, and not guitar, but prog giants of now, of the times, like Steven Wilson. He says he credits Andrew as one of his main influences. So that's just like, because right now, like, Steven Wilson is the go-to, in progressive music. It's just wonderful. Even people that listen to 70s prog, like Camel or Yes or Genesis or Pink Floyd, are impressed and are like, this is the best stuff I've heard since the 70s. So this guy knows what he's doing, and he's highly influenced by Andrew Latimer. So today we're going to do some Camel, and this is for BMAC. Thank you so much again for sponsoring this. So this is for the song called Ice from the album I Can See Your House From Here from 1978. We have the band. We have Andrew Latimer on guitar. I hope it's Latimer, not like Latimer, but Latimer on guitar. We have Andy Ward on drums. Colin, is it bass? On bass and fretless bass. I guess that's kind of cool that your last name is Bass. Okay. If not, but that's the way you wrote it, BMAC. So then we have Jan or Jan Shellhouse. Maybe it's Jan Shellhouse on keyboards, and Kit Walkins on keyboards. Also, Phil Collins appears on this record, but not on this track. And Mel Collins also appears on the album as on the saxophone. That's kind of cool. Okay, so you gave me some. Thank you for the Wikipedia page. I can open it. Nice. And it's in. Do you have your Windows set to Dutch, because it came up in Dutch, like your link? I can read it. I mean, my German is, perfect, so I can pretty much understand maybe 40% of when people speak Dutch, and I can read it. But yeah, that's kind of funny. But hey, thank you so much. I'll put it in English just in case, but it's very, very close. I've always been fascinated with and also with the Spanish, and since I speak Italian, Spanish was very, very easy, but the Portuguese is also so easy, and French just also sounds, it's in the Latin, family. So there's all these languages that if you speak German and Spanish, you pretty much understand everything. So except, Oriental languages, I guess. Okay, so let's get it going. Thank you so much, BMAC, for this. And let me just, I have it right here. Ice. And I can't wait. Thank you so much. I hope everybody enjoys. If you're new to the channel, please give a like, a dislike, maybe share the video with your family and friends that are into music. And maybe if you like the channel, subscribe. All right. So thank you. Here we go with Ice. Thank you, BMAC. Very epic sounding. I'll go back entirely to this change, but the intro reminded me of something very like epic that you could put in some kind of movie like Braveheart or something. It just sounds like it has that flair of like almost like a little theme, but a warm tone, and oh, it was just wonderful. I was just going off on the Camel marathon. I was just amazed by how fusion it sounded, but by being also a progressive rock band, but they're sounding really the jazz fusiony on those 4 tracks that Nick chose. The other Nick, not me. But yeah. Okay, so let's go again with this change. Wonderful, beautiful so far. I can't wait. I'm gonna pull up the website again. Let me use your link, because I do want to read a little bit about this. And let me change it to, I'm just going to read it in Dutch, so I can do it. Okay, here we go. Wow. Wow. This player, Jesus. The amount of feeling this guy has is amazing. Wow. Wow. So, yeah, there's nothing like, you know, a guitar with nylon strings. There's nothing like it. I've been just talking about this today. I was doing some other marathons, and so I can literally be like, now I know where Yngwie Malmsteen got his inspiration for Black Star. You know that intro that he plays. Check it out, BMAC. BMAC and we share a love for like guitar players that are a little bit outside, you know, the norm, like Alan Holdsworth and Jeff Beck. And I know Jeff Beck gets a lot of love and recognition, but for example, Andrew here, I never see him on the best, you know, on the 10 best guitar players. I mean, what he just played, the amount of feeling put into that solo, the amount of thought, also technique, and you know, and not doing it too much where it gets uncomfortable or, you know, overwhelming. It was just wonderful. And I said this also in the marathon that I did for Camel. What he has is that he has such an amazing skill set. He can play very, very emotionally, very melodically, and but he can also be very dramatic, and a dramatic player. Like, you can use speed to be overly very dramatic. You can build up something. You can go from A to B, and in that from A to B you can play maybe 15 notes very, very quickly, and it just like is a certain, it evokes a certain feeling in the listener, you know. So that's what I love about players that can play fast, because they can do, I mean, also players that don't really need to play fast, like David Gilmour. He can do the same thing, but it's just a cool thing to be able to do. And I think Andrew does that. He just like, he can express himself in that way, you know. And we have players like Aldi Meola, you know, who does it, and many, many others, you know. I mean, the list is endless, but I was just saying that I wish he would just get a little bit more recognition in the overall. Like, I know he got the recognition from the musicians, otherwise he wouldn't have won the awards. But also, another guitar player who's very inspired by him is the guitar player from, I don't know the name right now, but from the band Marillion. And I can hear that style when Marillion, when they take a solo, it sounds like him really much. And so it's just really a band that I really have to dive into way more, because we've done a lot of Genesis, a lot of Rush and ELP and stuff like that, but we haven't like really done a lot of Camel. We have done some Kansas. We barely touched King Crimson, you know, because it's so hard, because he's literally out there looking for people. I don't know if he does it, but he just doesn't agree with, and I can respect that, you know. I mean, if you have your music and you don't want to, you know, you want to get something in return, I guess, you know. But also you have to go with the times, and you have to see that, you know, maybe your music doesn't really sell that much anymore, and you have to take into consideration that social media would help boost your overall sales, you know. When if some kids watch our videos and they like it, they're going to be like King Crimson fans all of a sudden. They would have never really discovered that music, you know, because it is, you know, going on 50, 60 years old, you know. So I think it's if I would be like, I don't know, in 30 years, I don't know what I would do. Like, it really depends on the personality. We know some musicians who don't like to share their music at all. They want you to buy their best of remaster every year, you know, like the Eagles. So that's just like, that I don't agree with, because it's the same album and the same music. Nothing is new, and it's supposedly remastered again and again. You get a remaster of 1980, and you get a remaster of 1990, and you get a remaster of 2010, and you get a remaster of 2020. It's like, how often are you going to remaster this album, you know? So, but yeah. So, but again, back to the song. It was beautiful. I loved all the sections. I loved the first section. Beautiful. Like I said, very epic, very reminiscent of like some kind of movie, you know, like I said, you know, Lord of the Rings, Braveheart, that kind of stuff, you know, just like. And then the middle part was more the solo and that improvisation, that was just beautiful. That keyboard player, beautiful choices in notes, and then the ending where he goes acoustic with a clean guitar, beautiful idea. Just the whole song is just a masterpiece. I can't wait to listen to it again with maybe Alexia. Maybe you can do it like live or something. I've heard a lot of people saying like, hey, do ice, and maybe we could do it with, you know, with Alex. There's Marmar. What's up? Wanna say hi to BMAC? Come up. Come up here. Come. There we go. The little Chewbacca. Yes. So yeah, I just like I loved the track. Thank you so much, BMAC, for, you know, sending me this request. And yeah, like I said, you know, people, if you like the channel, subscribe, you know, and then like, you know, these videos unfortunately are not monetized, so YouTube doesn't really push them out into the algorithm. So the more you like them, the more you comment on them, the more, you know, they'll get recommended, because usually they don't get recommended and then the video just kind of like dies, you know. So let's try and avoid that. Thank you so much, BMAC. Say bye. Oh, he doesn't want to get moved. Thank you so much, BMAC. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you had a good time, and thank you. I'll see you all in the next one.